In this video I will show you my top 10 favorite Star Wars fan films. Or I won't show them to you, I will just give you a short presentation and then you can go and watch them yourself. And I'll make a playlist with all the fan films mentioned that I will link in the description so that you can find them easily. But now let's get started. So first up we have Darth Maul, Apprentice. And this is one of the first Star Wars fan films I ever saw and it is incredibly good. It already has over 30 million views, so I feel like most of you have probably already seen it. So I won't spend too much time on it, but this is a story set before The Phantom Menace and it's made by a group of people from Germany. It is very well done and, well, there is a reason why it's got so many views. Just watch it if you haven't seen it already, that's all I can say. Then we have Kenobi. And this is also a quite popular one and it is about a certain Obi-Wan Kenobi. And something that's really fun about this one is that James Arnold Taylor, who voices Obi-Wan in the Clone Wars, also has a role in this. There is so much good about this one as well. The production value is top notch and I especially love the cinematography and the score is just amazing. It just captures the feeling of Tatooine and these characters so well. It is definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it already. Then we have Boba Fett, the 12 Parsec Stare. And this one is made by Finnish people, so of course I had to include it. It is a very well done fan film. The set looks amazing and so do the costumes, and I especially love the western vibe of it. It's not that story driven, it's just a cool short about Boba Fett, but it's very fun. This one also doesn't have that many views, so chances are you haven't seen it, so definitely check that one out as well. And the next one is called Bossk, Scorekeeper. So we're kind of staying on the bounty hunter theme here. This one, the set and the costumes and the props and everything just look amazing. It looks like it could have come straight out of official Star Wars material. This one also has outstanding sound effects, which just makes it feel so Star Wars. This fan film has a good portrayal of already existing characters, but there's also some really good original ones. There's also a sequel upcoming that's going to be focused on Boba Fett. It's called Boba Fett No Disintegrations. It will be released very soon, so keep your eyes open for that one. I'm sure it will be really good as well. And then we have a fan film called Days Past. This is a really different type of fan film. It's not really a typical Star Wars story. It might feel a bit strange at first and it might not be for everyone, there really isn't much action in this one. But it definitely has deserved a spot on this list because of how creative it is and how grounded the story is in the Star Wars universe. The style of filmmaking is also very different to what we typically see in Star Wars and Star Wars related projects, but it works really well and the acting is exceptional in this one. And now quickly let me know in the comments what kind of Star Wars fan films do you prefer? Do you like the typical ones with Jedi and Sith and lightsabers or something else? You can probably see from my list what my preference is, but yeah. And next up we have Bucketheads. And this is the fan film from 2018. There is now a series as well. And this is set in the Imperial era and it's about a squad of stormtroopers. It is really great to see a story from the Imperial point of view and especially about the stormtroopers themselves. And this fan film has some really beautiful shots and actually the editing is what stands out to me with this one. It is really good and overall it has a very intriguing story and it is executed very well. And then we have Odyssey, a Star Wars story. And this one has a Rogue One type vibe and I absolutely love it. It is a story about soldiers essentially, and the effects are done exceptionally well, and I also really like the color grading and the overall look of it, and the sound design is beautiful. They managed to make a ship's interior look believable and I haven't seen many fan films be able to do that. And pretty much everything about this is just fantastic and I can't recommend it enough. And then we have The Last Padawan. So this is the only typical Star Wars fan film on this list, and if you've watched a lot of Star Wars fan films you probably know what I mean. Basically a lot of fan films will include Jedi and lightsabers and lightsaber fights and stuff like that. And what stands out to me about this specific one is that it's a bit different and it does the visual effects really well, and the lighting is also really good. And also partly because it's another Nordic production, the people behind this one are Danish, so shout out to Denmark. I have some minor issues with this one, but overall it is very well done and definitely worth a watch. There's also a part 2 to this fan film. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't say anything about that, but I'm sure it's good and I will watch it as soon as possible. And then last but not least, we have Birth of a Monster. And this is another one that has a bit of a different take. I don't want to say too much, not to spoil it. I'll just say that it ties into the rest of Star Wars in a really fun way. It's a bit slow at first maybe, but it is totally worth it in the end. And the props and the practical effects in this one are just very, very good. So yeah, definitely give this one a chance as well. And then we also have some honorable mentions that I wanted to include. We have A Blaster in the Right Hands, Rebels Come, and Shadow of the Republic. I will also include all of these in that playlist that I'll link in the description. They are also very good and worth watching. And then of course we have also Bucketheads the series, which I already mentioned, and then Vader the series. But I didn't include them because they are series, and even though they're also fan films, they're still series, so whatever, they're also good. I will also include them in that list. And yeah, have fun going down the Star Wars fan film rabbit hole. There is a lot of good stuff out there and I had to leave a lot of it out. Let me know in the comments if you have any personal favorites and if there are any recommendations that you can make that didn't make the list this time. Other than that, I hope you are having a good day or night or morning or whatever, and I will see you again at some point.